Whenever I look at anything on this channel, from the very beginning of the channel, I've always said that I'd only really review and look at things that interest me, things that I would want, technology that I would want. Because that's the only way I can give a good review, is if it's something that I'm interested in, something that excites me, something that I have knowledge on. And so it's always helped kind of narrow down when it comes to companies messaging in and saying, hey, can you review this thing? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no, because I don't know anything about that thing, or, I have no connection to it. However, today's item couldn't have been more perfectly timed. I'm not quite sure I can get it in shot, but today we are looking at this absolute beast of an automated lawnmower. But I am going to put this box down. It is very heavy. So yes, we are looking at a automated, robotic, whatever you want to call it, lawnmower. This is kind of something that I've always been intrigued by. I love the idea of just being able to set it up and let it keep my lawn nice and cut and perfect. Particularly at my previous house, there was always the annoyance that actually the electric lawnmower that I had, its battery wouldn't last the whole lawn, cutting the whole place. It wasn't actually a big enough lawnmower. And I never really brought myself to buy a new one because, they're quite pricey and, I'm lazy. So I always ended up having to kind of like cut half the grass, charge the battery, cut the rest of half the grass. And I always just thought, it'd just be so much easier if I could get something that would do this for me. But automated electric lawnmowers are definitely a consider purchase, shall we say. They're pretty pricey. The one that we're looking at today, the YUKA Mini 2, is kind of on the lower end of things, but it's still 600-ish pounds. So it's definitely a considered purchase. It's definitely not something you just go out and buy. But today I want to take a look at it. I now live in a new build house, so I've got a very small garden, a very patchy garden, that isn't in the best of states. It's also February, so it's not really the perfect ideal time to be testing something like this, but Mammotion reached out to me and said, hey, we're launching this new smaller, more compact automated mower for small gardens. Would you be interested? And yeah, frankly, yes, I was very, very interested. So we're going to take a look at it. We're going to get it unboxed, and then we're going to get it all set up and see what it's like and see if it's worth it. Is this worth the money? I feel like, for me personally, it probably is, actually, especially in this new house where I don't really have a lot of space to keep a lawnmower. I've only really got a small shed, and it's not a very big garden anyway. So like, it feels overkill having a full big lawnmower when actually I could have something small that lives outside and just does the job. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I hope you'll enjoy it as well. And maybe if you are also looking at automated lawnmowers, this will help you along that kind of lines. Okay, let's get it unboxed and let's see what we're working with. I do also need to say that, yeah, like I mentioned, February, not the best time. Well, it's also been one of the wettest starts to the year that the UK has had in a long time. I think up until like a few days ago, there hadn't been a single day where it hadn't rained. So I'm kind of struggling to find time to actually test this thing. And I will say, no matter what, the performance isn't going to be ideal. It's not the time of year that I would normally cut the grass at all. And even then, I'm not expecting amazing things because the grass is wet, the ground is damp. It's not ideal. But I still really want to check it out, and I really want to see what it can do, even under those kind of less than perfect conditions. All right, let's check it out. So as far as the unboxing goes, nothing particularly special here, other than the fact I physically couldn't fit it on the desk. So we did have to do the unboxing on the floor. But yeah, I mean, as expected, it is what it is. You have the lawnmower, you have its charging base, you have the power cable, some box of accessories and like replacement blades and some screwdrivers and stuff and pegs and all that sort of stuff, and a manual, and then a quick start guide, which is just one big giant piece of paper. But that's cool. Yeah, so nothing really super exciting here. So let's get it outside and get it set up. So a quick shot of the garden currently. And yeah, like I said, it's very overgrown. The manual does say don't do anything over 10 centimeters. So Yeah, we probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway, and we're going to see what it can do with this garden as it is. And yeah, I mean, it's a typical small new build garden, nothing special, but really will save me a lot of space not having to have a dedicated place for my lawnmower, and it can just chill outside as opposed to having to be in the shed like my current one. The physical setup itself is very, very straightforward, very easy to do. Essentially, you just kind of find where you want to put the charging base, and it needs to be near where your grass is, and that's kind of it. Obviously, you then need to run a cable to the charging base. So in this small garden, it makes sense that I just put it pretty much right next to where my outside plugs are. So I don't need anywhere near as much of the cable as is supplied. But you do get a decent amount of cable. So if you had to run it a decent way, you can definitely do that. It then does include a range of different pegs and stuff. So you can kind of peg the board down, whether it's into grass or in my case, it's just on some gravel. So it's not really going anywhere anyway. And then all you do is pop the mower onto the charging stand itself, and yeah, you're ready to go. It's all then just setting up in the app. The app itself is your usual affair, really. Register for an account, you have to do your firmware updates for your lawnmower, connect it up to the Wi-Fi, and all those sorts of normal things that you would expect these days from the wonderful world of the Internet of Things. Then we do need to map the space that it actually has to cut so it knows where it's going. For this, I did try and use the automatic feature originally, but it did struggle and it didn't actually find the grass particularly well. Like, it didn't find the whole lawn, and that makes sense. It's very overgrown and it is not at all advised to do this with this level of grass. So instead, we just manually mapped it out by basically driving the lawnmower around the edge of your garden so it can figure out the space that it has to cut, and then yeah, you just let it go and do its thing and do the first cut. So to try and help it along with the massively long grass, we started it off on its tallest setting, and you can manually adjust with the dial on top of the machine how low down the grass gets cut, i.e. how long the grass ends up being. So we started at the highest setting here and kind of let it do a little bit of a trim, and then we brought it down to 30 millimeters in the end as the kind of default length. I think it's a nice length for the grass here. So after a couple of weeks, basically, between lots and lots of rain and actually finding another nice day to film, we are now kind of looking at this for our current garden. This is what it's been able to do so far. And I will say, I'm impressed. I think it's done a very good job, other than kind of around objects and along the edges. I think it can definitely get closer to the edges than it is. Like, physically, there is more space between it and the edge. Part of that, I think, is because it's kind of confused where the edge actually is because of the long grass. So now that we've kind of let it do its thing for a while, I'm going to go round and manually drive it round and just cut those edges and just cut around the objects as well, the washing line and the bird feeder. And hopefully that should help. Okay, once that is done, basically I reran the automated mapping just to see how that actually works. And this time around, it did a very good job, actually. Kind of fully mapped the garden area. It definitely, with that mapping, did a better job of getting close to objects. I'd still say it's not getting as close as I'd hope it to, but considering its only sensors are some cameras, it's not got radar or anything else like more advanced machines have, I'm actually kind of impressed. Like, it does a decent job, and I definitely think this would work fine. You could then manually drive it around once a month or something if you really wanted to, just to cut the edges down. Or use something like a strimmer or something to do that yourself. And in terms of specifications, this is the YUKA Mini 2 500, which means it can do 500 square meters. There is an 800 version as well. They're the same, just with a bigger battery. But other than that, kind of key features with these are they have a triple camera AI vision system, as we mentioned. It's got a bunch of like auto mapping abilities, so it can map your lawn and stuff for you. It has customized for edge cut, other like boundary setting things, manual editing of the maps. It can do a 45% slope capability. I mean, my garden is bumpy, but it's not that bumpy. It has a 190mm cutting width, and it has a 58 decibel noise level. So it's quite quiet as far as lawnmowers go. So yeah, generally, very easy to set up, very easy to get started with. It has a thing to set up like automated tasks, so you can have it run multiple times a week or however often you want. I would say it does need to run kind of more often than you would with a normal lawnmower. Essentially, its blades are just razor blades on the bottom that are spinning. So it's not, I think, as necessarily as like powerful as a normal lawnmower. But if you're running it multiple times, which you can do because it's automated, you haven't got to worry about it, it does a very good job and it keeps the grass really nicely cut. I'm very happy with that. It's also got like things like weather detection, so it won't go when it's raining, which is good. And you're trying to cut wet grass and everything else. So yeah, generally really great start, really happy with it. I do also have like a bit of front garden as well, and you're able to like map multiple areas from within the app so that I could set those up as extra areas as well. Unfortunately, there's a gate that I have to open, so like the robot can't go off and do those areas by itself. So you just set up basically the automated task just for the back garden where it lives, and then I'll take it out to the front, you know, once a week or whatever to do its thing while I clean the car or whatever else needs doing. So yeah, it works well. I must admit, it's a very cool system. And I will say as well, these AI cameras, I don't really know how much AI is actually involved, but that doesn't really matter. It does a good job. It does a good job at object recognition. It does a good job at mapping the space when the grass is cut to the level it's supposed to be cut. And generally, yeah, really great kind of experience there. Very happy with the kind of what it can do, considering it is just using cameras and there's no, like I said, like no LiDAR or anything like that. In terms of battery life, like I said, it can do up to 500 square meters on one charge. I think after it was done mapping all of my garden, the back garden and the front garden areas, it all comes to about 50 square meters. So I'm never going to have a problem with battery life ever. Like it just does it and then it goes back, and you can even set when you want it to recharge. So I can have it recharge at night when I have a cheaper rate, which I do because of my EV. So again, like it's just got really great controls there to be able to do what you want it to do when you want it to do it. And one other thing that is a nice added bonus is the fact that it is IPX6 waterproof rated, so it can sustain a good jet of water at it, which A means it's never going to have a problem just sitting outside living its life, but also means you could use just like a jet wash to clean it off and get the grass out from it and stuff, so you don't really have to even do a proper clean job. You just spray it with a hose and off you go. So I'm kind of happy about that as well. It's just very easy to maintain. Yeah, have no problems there at all. So that's kind of it really. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than the fact that it does a good job. This is a good small garden lawnmower, and I say small garden, but 500 square meters. That's quite a big amount of space, especially here in the UK. So I think for a lot of people, this is going to be absolutely ideal. My garden is definitely not flat, and it had no problem kind of navigating about. So you know, even though it's only driven from the back wheels, there was no issues there really at all. Yeah, I can't really fault it. I think, you know, it is still a fairly expensive item. It is definitely a luxury item, but if you're looking for something like this, I would definitely say this is a great one to go for. I think it's a good balance of not being too expensive, but also still giving you all the features that you kind of need to make it a good, easy to use experience. So yeah, very, very happy with it. And the folks over at Mammotion have actually also given me a affiliate link. So if you do want to buy something from them, please do click my link down below. I'll get a little bit back for any sales that are made through that, which is nice. And I definitely wouldn't do that unless I actually believed in the product and actually thought that, yeah, you know what, this is a great option. If you want to automate your grass cutting, go for this as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, we're going to leave it there for today. Again, I could harp on all day long about how good it is, but there's not really much more else to say. It works, it's functional, and I think for the price, it's good value. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in another video very, very soon. Bye for now.